Hello, hello, and welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Trinity Continuum Aeon ASIYAH Season 2! Oh, I don't know how long it's been for you because the future is strange and we can't think that far in advance, but it's been a bit for us. I should probably talk about myself. I am your humble story guide, Scott. These are my awesome players. Their information is on the screen in the show notes. And we must acknowledge the empty chair. Thank you for your time, Jonathan.
Oh, Seven's in the chat.
Well appreciated. We'll fill that chair as soon as we can. Right, so when last we left our freelance scions, they had just escaped a mysterious attacker from in the kin system, having introduced bang, rock and roll, rebellion music to those slug-like alien kids. A revolution of sorts has been sparked in the hearts of the young, both here and there.
It was a slippery night that night.
It was a very slippery, very biotech night.
Very oozy.
Yes, having returned, having had their teleport home interrupted literally interrupted by the teleportation proxy, Bolanatwan, who informed the group of a number of things. First and foremost, that Damien was being reassigned from the mission, which apparently you guys were on a mission. But he was being taken in from the cold due to the amount of heat that was on his name, and that would be incompatible with what you have to do. And then you were informed that you guys were on a mission. Apparently, something had happened in the past that had been scrubbed from your brains that you guys have been sort of picking at all throughout Season 1, but was eventually revealed to you by a video from Asher, telling you that you both have information from a branch of the Aeon organization known as the Aeon Covenant that apparently left with a good percentage of the Novas after the ultimatum and the Exodus. And also a quantum brain virus, courtesy of the colony, that makes that information dangerous to think about and know. And you were burned, quotation marks burned, so that you could continue to follow that subconscious information while being away from your fellow scions who would be vulnerable to that mind virus in your presence. Now you kind of know what you guys are up to and what you guys are meant to be doing. But the ship got real fucked up, both in terms of the damage that it took during that last fight, as well as the psionic disruptive entanglement due to boosting the ship. So I believe the plan was to head for that mothballed Daedalus League shipyard out by the Oort Cloud.
Yep, there's some tech out there and possibly the ping of someone who might be able to help us. So.
Somebody who might be able to help you, absolutely. You guys are currently at absolute zero, having done some calculations and realizing that the Oort card is about 5,000 AU away.
And then the little outline of Damien blinks with a question mark.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck.
This party member cannot provide you with its special powers. Yes, you've been in contact with the UPO. You've been getting some upgrades on the ship that will allow you to more easily use the services that are effectively on loan to you since Damien has kind of been put on ice. His access to the sort of the guild that is the Opeo Macho has been lent to you. So you do have access to teleportation, but it's on a much more limited basis. What is everyone getting up to while the ship is getting physically repaired?
I'm getting a lock on where we're going.
Okay.
Now that I have enough I have a little bit of information on who's out there. I have enough information on what project this place was a part of and what its purpose was. I want to actually get us we know where it is.
You want to get some Vitakinetic.
Yeah, I want to really get in there.
Make a roll for that. There is going to be a major 3-point complication on this roll. What about you, Vega? What are you getting up to?
I'm probably still playing with the bioreplicator.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe figuring out how to make some realistic toys for the cats. Just kind of.
Okay, yeah.
It's like it feels no pain,
It feels no pain, so
but it
should
does
be
have
okay.
entrails. The cats will love it.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to need both a science and a technology roll from you.
Okay.
Definitely probably with intellect, as you're trying to, like, gene sequence things with the thing. And so while she's doing that, what about you, Alex? What are you getting up to?
I would be overseeing fixing the ship, the ASIYAH itself. I would also be talking with ship
Okay, so that's about
and asking and trying to have more of a think on what we'd actually have to do to fix this the entanglement loosening problem that we have.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and, give me also a science and a technology roll.
Can do.
How'd you...
This many.
Oh, that's a good many. You are absolutely able to get a good, firm lock on a good entrance vector to this place. And as you're doing so, as you're like doing a very thorough search of it, I'm assuming you want to buy off that complication.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. As you're doing so, when you're sort of focusing on the center, like the what you probably think is like the main ship works, like with all of like the heavy Novatech equipment and all of that, you feel it's like you're running your hand over fabric and you find a needle.
Oh.
It's not something that you would like. You had to hit it just right to find it, but it is that like cold sting of quanta of corruption. Something that it is strong, it is powerful, it is a big ouchie, but it's that wasn't the first thing you detected is troubling. Because it does have like that sting of...
It strongly implies that this thing, that it's hiding.
Yeah, that there is an active aberrant presence there.
That makes sense.
Right. So how'd you go on that roll?
One.
Success. This is alien technology, and you are not a bioengineer.
I am not. But I'm going to keep poking at it.
Right.
And, like, making weird things and tossing it out for the cats to experiment with.
You do kind of, like, find some preset patterns, and you find, like, something that has some mobility to it, and print it out. And when you throw it out, it does start to kind of, like, move around the room, and then when the cats start attacking it, it does try and get away.
Oh, good!
From them.
Love created fear.
Yeah, but you're not exactly certain it is what it is that you have created.
That's true.
What about you?
I got a 4 for my science and 6 on my technology.
Absolutely, yeah. So you are overseeing, because ship was able to reconfigure itself such that it could, basically when it returned to its normal silhouette that you guys have been using, it kind of concentrated the damage on like exterior things that would be easy to repair. So yeah, with your oversight and like the engineers and techs here, you are well on your way to getting the ship repaired. It should be another half a week.
Okay.
And as far as talking with ship, there's a lot about like the construction of the ship and like some of the deeper engineering of it that ship is just not aware of. You kind of start going over some of your more old notes and you think like one of the key components that you would need to get is the best term you have for it is exotic matter. It's matter that, is not on the periodic table, and most certainly, if it occurs in nature, it would be incredibly rare, but would more likely be artificially created. A lot of Nova tech, the stuff that cannot be easily replicated, is hard to replicate or work on because its construction involved materials that were actively created by quantum powers. So you think, based off of your research and the lead that you got regarding this space station, that there should be, because they made ships like this out there, that you're hoping that there's a store of this stuff there. But yeah, that seems to be like the key component, and as well as the sort of things you would expect at a shipyard. A way of incorporating that into the material, into the ship proper. All right. Well, yeah. So things are going really well. You guys have a moment to sort of come back together. You guys have your. Are you guys staying on the ASIYAH, or have you got a room here?
I mean, we have our little closet.
I stay on the ASIYAH.
Yeah,
I'll just stay on the ASIYAH where I have a bed.
Yeah.
Also, I want to hang out with the cats.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you guys are able to reconvene in kind of the ready room to compare notes.
So a bit of bad news. Where we're going, there's going to be an aberrant holed up in the place. I know where it is. It's just there's an aberrant there, and it's not a weak one per se.
That was going to be my first question.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not weak. It was strong. Whatever it could do, it almost hid from me, which pretty hard to do. Almost.
Well, glad you saw it.
Yeah.
Gives us a little.
Eyes open,
Oh, did you have any other
prep.
questions that you wanted to ask about the facility? 'Cause you had enough successes to ask detailed questions.
Sure. Let's see. What would I be able to tell from just my? Is it in like? Is it habitable?
Yeah. You get the basic kind of layout out of it. Sort of the things that you can see very clearly are like it has concentric rings with like multiple like modules in it. It has pressure and air in these modules. And then there's they're sort of like concentric interlinking rings that are a bunch of modules connected. It's very difficult to see into the close because you're picking, like, now that you kind of know what's there, you're like, oh yeah, that's not just like active Novatech, that is an actual aberrant, and it's very hard to get firmer details on what's in the center, which is like the center is the bulk of the facility.
Gonna make it my guess that would be where power would be coming from, or some kind of
power
generator.
and the machines, the exotic matter. Like, you think it's all in there.
It made itself a shitty little house.
Well, I guess let's try not to blow its house up too much. We'll need some pieces from it.
Oh.
So we just need to kick open the door and scavenge?
Well, we know there's a bunch of ways in. It's not... We don't know what it can do. We don't know what it can see. So, we might be able to surprise it if we're clever. But it really depends on how integrated it is and how much it can see outside of its own walls, right? So, but we just can't know. Obviously, the place is going to have the technology, like, to see that sort of thing. It seems like it's all operational, but I don't know how tapped in this thing is. If it's going to be like the guy that, like, took over ASIYAH or what. Probably not. They're rarely the same kind of guy, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Do you have any other questions about the facility?
I will burn 2 questions for a factoid.
A factoid, yeah.
Did you know spiders? No.
There is a single ship docked on one of the outer rings.
Okay.
It's a small vessel. Looks built along the lines of the Starlight.
Okay.
Fast,
Fast
not
as
comfy.
Is there anything alive on there other than the aberrant?
Yes. There are several hazy shapes that you can't get a firm look at.
Okay, so we've got an infestation of mutants as well.
Okay.
But there is a ship there as well, a small, sort of like the Starlight, small and quick. Not sure if that was what the aberrant rode in on, or
Or somebody scouting.
or someone just left it when they were mothballing the place. So, so we're gonna have a hell of a fight when we go. We better be ready for that. So, Psi Gauntlet's up. I'll go get Angel of the Lord.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so you guys still have a couple of days before the ship is ready, and you guys have a meeting set up. A teleporter is coming here to get you out there.
So, in terms of our illness, we don't 100% understand it yet, do we? And like how it transmits or anything like that, or do we know whether we can even talk to another psychic without things going wrong?
You've been given some notes on it. That's been provided to you.
How to do basic quarantine safety for others.
The worst thing you could do is get into a psychic link with another scion.
Okay.
That is almost surefire. Almost, if anything will transmit it, it's that.
Well, we're not getting into psychic links willy-nilly with other people.
No, not really.
Not really. Definitely not now.
Yeah.
It was in the cards.
The telepathy is probably another danger vector. You do know that the best thing you can do to keep it in check is to not think about the stuff that you really want to think about. Because it's interlinked with the information and the virus are commingled. So the more you kind of poke that button, the more it wakes up. Yes.
Is there a way to literally push it to the very back of the brain or
yes,
manipulate?
That is what the proxy level telepathy treatments that you guys underwent did.
I didn't know if there was anything my meager Vitakinetic could also do to reinforce or help.
The problem with that is that anything that your Vitakinesis can do will be either ineffectual or extremely temporary because it is a quantum flux disease.
Okay, that's fair.
It is one of those ones Psions don't get those. When they do, they're incredibly impotent, incredibly potent, incredibly rare. So, yeah, unless you have a quantikinetic, there's no getting rid of it.
All right, I cannot do Harrow's brain surgery on myself.
You cannot do Harrow's brain surgery on yourself, and you're thinking as you're looking into it that if you guys even if you guys find a quantikinetic, you will also need telepathic assistance. Vitakinesis alone won't take care of it. You'll need some sort of more than just base level telepathy to help get rid of this.
Okay.
All right. Is anyone doing anything else while the ship gets prepared and you have your meeting?
Unless you guys want to find more guns, but I don't think that's going to help.
I think we're good on that.
Yep. The only other thing I could think of is maybe working together we can try and get this maker thing. Maybe we could, ship's a bio ship.
No.
Maybe, no.
Ship is absolutely not a bio
okay,
ship.
I forgot.
Ship is a quantum tech hard tech ship.
All right, fine. I'll just continue my own personal progress. Some tiny Frankensteins.
I'll help you.
I appreciate it.
There, you're successful. No, actually, I rolled really poorly. I'm glad I got that one out of the way.
Never mind.
0 successes.
So you guys are
Not dice, but yes.
monkeys at the monolith at this very fun, very basic kin technology.
So we should let the cat
mouse.
Oh no! Now you just want to give that to the cat so they can take it out of its misery.
Help it! For the love of God, help it!
Yep. Oh wow!
All right, guys. All right, dice.
Come on now.
Get this out now.
All right.
Don't act out just because we're missing someone.
I know you missed them. I know. It's not. Don't shit in my shoes. Come on.
So, you guys. Anything else that anyone is getting up to?
I suppose there's anything else we could do to prep.
Well, we have a couple. I guess we should probably talk a little bit about strategy. Do we want? We have the equalizer. Should we maybe try to go for something to defend ourselves? Since we're probably not going to be in a race with.
We're definitely not going to be in a race with this. I mean, we're probably going to be in.
It's probably if it senses us, if it notices us coming, it'll start shooting at us, maybe, or attacking us.
Maybe they can't all fight in like vacuum.
That's true. We don't know what it is.
It doesn't, and the station doesn't necessarily have guns to shoot at us with.
That's fair.
I'm sure it has some defenses, but it may not be using those.
Well,
I have a feeling that we got to go in there and get it.
Okay, so
it might not matter at all.
So
fly stealthily.
Yeah, as best we can. Yeah, I mean, I think we're really. I mean, I don't want to just damage the station too much. Obviously,
Yeah, no, but
we could try to remotely get into its systems and see what we can find out that way if there's cameras and see if we can actually get eyes on it. If you want to try that,
do it.
We should probably do that and see if there's anything we can actually get into. Now it's gonna be quantum tech, so it might be weird.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Fair enough.
So you're going to try to access the station here?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's link up.
Okay.
Let's do this again and see if I can go horde.
No. All right, sorry. Yeah, just did 4. All right, I guess I'm just trying to tap into its cameras or whatever systems.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to search. Yeah. Go ahead and give me just like a basic access roll
Okay.
to try and find what you're find systems that you're looking for.
That's 6.
Okay, so you send your senses out, linked with her electrokinetic abilities, to look for the systems. And you're right. There are a bunch of very strange, hard to understand, like fiddly to access systems that will probably take some concerted effort. And you find one Earth standard ship system, like current modern. These things like the inside of your hat.
Well,
And you as you focus on it, it is in that ship that is docked there.
well, I can get into the ship that's docked there.
Let's see whose it is at least.
Yep. I look through it, see if it has any internal cameras, or if I can find what information I can find out about that ship, like who might be using it, or if it's being used at all right now.
Yeah, you find and turn on an internal camera. Matthew, if you could join us, please.
What?
Oh, snap.
Hello.
He's been here the whole
There's a
time.
hideous alien on board, guys. Aboard!
So the camera comes on, and you see a man in a cockpit dinking around with the ship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, if you could please describe your character for us, please.
Yes, in this current iteration, like this current outfit and everything, he looks like a middle-aged, probably older than you guys, around mid-30s. Doesn't have a look of gray. Very handsome, slightly scarred face. Is wearing a very blank uniform, but it's very blank. It's unadorned, similar to mine right here. There's no insignia. Doesn't say where he's from or what he's a part of. And he's just messing around with something on the dash.
And I need you to give me a cunning technology roll, please.
Which I'm awful at.
Excellent.
I'm good at cunning. I'll use my fancy dice.
Oh, I mean...
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Well, depending on how this goes, I was going to try to get into contact with him anyway.
Well,
No, I failed.
you failed. Okay, so you don't notice that your camera. You do not notice that your camera has turned, your comms camera has turned on.
Totally. That's fine.
Now, What do they sense since they have such a good clairsentient lock on this area from you?
Surprisingly enough, you don't sense much. You don't. He feels like a guy. And he's just messing around with something on this ship. He bears no marking of aberration. Doesn't look like a sub-aberrant mutant. It's not pinging off anything like that. He's probably swearing because whatever he's doing is not working.
I do go ahead and share that description with you two.
Huh.
I'm going to ask if he's in distress.
Yeah, I guess ask what he knows about where he... Does he know where he is?
Does he know there's an
on one of
Albert?
his displays.
It's all you.
Here, help me come up with
This was
help
not
me
how I
word
expected
this.
the interaction. This is great.
Hi, do you know where you are?
Yeah, I try to find the name of his ship, actually, before I do that. See if I can find just, like, the name of the vessel he's on, so I can basically...
It has no registration.
Okay, so nothing I can find for it? Okay.
That has been distinctly wiped from the system.
Well, hailing unknown ship, do you know where you are? Shows up and just, type on whatever
Oh, it's
display
on
you're
type,
looking
like,
at.
Yeah, there's no way to make a video connection.
Or a voice.
No.
Yeah, or a voice, yeah.
Do you? No.
He's literally causing those images to those words to appear on the screen.
Speak out loud.
We can, just let him know we can see him.
You're on camera. And
And you see the little light.
Yeah. He immediately puts his hand up so you can no longer see.
on the screen, understandable.
Rude.
Are you in distress?
And now I'm going to do something. I'm going to sense out and see if I can sense if there's any. What type of flavor of manipulation is this?
Okay, give me a quantum sense roll. Sub-quantum sense.
Sub-quantum sense. Okay.
Well, I don't have my Cycloak active right now.
Well,
No, I can't. 'cause I'm
He
using my-
cannot reach you.
Right.
He is targeting the power use,
Right.
which has reached into his system.
Yeah.
It's 8. I only got one success.
Was that technokinesis?
Okay.
And being piggybacked off of clairsentience.
You don't see his reaction because his hand is covering the screen, and he will say out loud, "Please identify yourself."
This is Alex. I put on the screen. This is Alex Foster of the ASIYAH. He's asked for identification.
Understood.
Just tell him
And
where-
what is
Affiliated.
the
With, sorry.
what is the purpose of this communication?
We're
We're going to be in the neighborhood?
we're gonna be there, and we wonder if we should go faster because you're right next to an aberrant.
We're inbound. There's an aberrant near you. We are wondering if we should go faster because you are in danger.
Currently, I am safe and secure. You must be the ones I was expecting.
He says he's expecting us currently safe and secure.
Great.
What?
Okay, cool. Tell
Another
him
one?
tell him we'll see him soon, I guess.
We'll see you soon. Please don't shoot at us.
Do you want coffee? No.
Do you want?
Do you need anything?
Not at this time, but thank you.
I'll bring Takis. No one ever says no to Takis. Brought to you by Takis. By the way, we got sponsors this season.
Yeah, somehow we got that Takis money.
We have Taki's money, which is Taco Bell from the future. They're sending us money from the future into the
How do you
past.
think he afforded that hat?
I do send one last message of we'll let you know on approach. Signing off. And
Understood.
do in fact turn the camera off after that.
Yeah, he does it. When the band goes off, he's like,
Shit unplugged. It doesn't matter.
he unplugs it. And he's like,
Wires.
That's not gonna
What are wires? Who cares about wires?
I'll find another way.
I just realized you are the ultimate Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
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 Oh yes.
5,000 AU, buddy.
We can boost you.
Yeah. I'm like Psi 10 by standards of how far I can go.
Pretty crazy. All right, yeah. So, you guys do anything on Absolute Zero in the couple of days that you have left?
Get some Takis.
Oh, yeah. Load up on snacks.
Go ahead and load up on snacks.
It's like we're going to be out there for a while. We
Make
might
him a little welcome basket.
Yeah.
Right.
Any side missions to pick up? No.
Not here. Not at the moment. Fuck it. Fuck it all is kind of helping you lay low a little bit.
That's fine.
Because you got some serious heat on you. But we will actually transfer out to the stars.
Oh no! I was just making rolls because I thought you were going to be busy with them.
No, we gotta
your
talk to you.
time.
You're sitting at the table now, so it can happen. It can happen at any
Uno
time.
momento then. Just give me 1 second because I made a pretty decent roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's great.
Oh, are you boosting yourself?
I'm boosting myself, and I'll just commit a side point.
Oh, everybody's got a boost.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, you have that communication. You've recently come back from essentially a salvo.
Yes.
To go out into the facility and
Sort of a recon mission. Just a recon mission just to see what's going on with it.
yeah, you were able to take out one of the wormlings, which is what you've been calling them, because they're very like small dragon-like things.
Worst.
You think you're pretty close to where they're coming from, like you figured out where they're coming from, because there doesn't seem to be an end to them.
Okay, so there's some sort of regeneration organ.
Yeah, but you have got back and applied some first aid to yourself, and you should be nice and healed in no time.
Yeah, he would have probably put some large barricades, like just debris and stuff, because I'm assuming this place is somewhat run down, dilapidated.
Yeah, it's not. It has not been well maintained.
It's covered in space rust.
Yeah. So
Do I have Atmo inside?
The facility the places that you have been able to get. There are a couple of places that have like as a result of like a micrometeor impact or something that are depressurized. But most of like the outer facility, which is where you've been patrolling, most of it is pressurized and is habitable.
I have an environmental suit. I'm not too worried about that, but I just want to. So what he probably has put very large barricades in between them and him, and just making sure that the a la aliens, the vents are closed off to make sure that they don't use those because they're probably very squirmy.
Yeah, they're very squiggly. They're roughly people sized, but they are very squirmy and can get in.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so you have that communication, and I guess you decide to juice yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on the juice myself. But when I go unconscious, it will stay up, so I can't. It depends on how long it takes for them to get here. Basically, he'll probably do. He's not much of a pilot, so I'm not gonna try to go hot rodding around. Yeah, I'll probably just get some. Actually, just to pass the time, he'll write up a report. He'll basically detail out the sightings, where he's at, the wormlings, what he thinks is here, and just kind of giving like a record of what's going on here, so that if his superiors need information, he can just send that off. Oh, actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to reach out and touch someone's mind
Okay.
to have hopefully have a conversation.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
Sounds invasive.
I said hopefully.
I got to roll. How much momentum do we have right now?
We currently have 4 momentum.
I just want to know just in case I need it.
You're cut off. You haven't even started yet.
Well, at least
It's already dipping into the party stuff, huh? Look at you.
would you mind if I use one to get, was it
Go for it.
one enhancement?
It's 1 enhanced, 1 for 1.
1, 2.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that was 2, 3. Oh, actually, I don't need it. No,
Okay.
but,
Okay.
yeah, I just got it to where I can make contact with my contact. That is Tash Gupta.
Okay. Yeah, you focus, reach out your mind, rely on that noetic connection that you have with Gupta, and you hear this kind of like distant sounding communique. Like, yes, Nathaniel.
Just reporting in. I've made contact I made likely contact with the individuals you said I needed to rendezvous with.
Excellent. Good. Things are moving. We have confirmed they've recently had an encounter in kin space.
Understood. How much am I allowed to explain to them?
Be careful at first. Assess their trustworthiness and establish trust yourself.
Very well.
Tell them what they need to know when you feel they have proven themselves worthy of knowing it.
Understood.
We intend for you to be on this team long term. You're going to have to make judgment calls regarding this sort of thing.
Very well. Understood. I hope we can get along then. But I will absolutely do my best for this endeavor. I have made contact with whatever is out here. This will definitely put us through the paces and see what they're capable of.
Yes. Make sure you take good records of their ship's capabilities.
Understood.
We're very interested in that.
Understood.
Good
If you
luck.
don't hear,
Good luck to you.
Thank you. If you don't hear from me in 48 hours, assume I'm dead.
How morose.
What did you say?
How morose.
How morose. What does that mean?
It means how morose.
Oh, how morose. You said it so quickly, I was like, what?
In the future, that's just how people say goodbye.
Bye.
If you don't hear
I'll
from
cut
me
the
in 48
connection.
hours.
Then he's going to, assuming things are relatively secure, he's going to just relax, read something, just kind of listen to some music. Hopefully they'll be here sooner rather than later.
What type of music?
Well, you could have asked us to hurry up. We offered.
I know, instead we're taking it easy. We're doing the scenic route.
We're getting snacks.
Yeah.
We're eating street food, just getting drunk.
I'm just there blasting these wormlings, and you're all like that.
You're living alien isolation. We're living Mass Effect.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is my favorite food stand on the station. I'm Asher Golden.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Yeah. So, you, back on absolute zero. The ship has been repaired. It's ready to go. And unless anyone has anything else they want to do last minute, you guys have a meeting with one of your new Upeo associates.
Gonna save and do some companion quests, and then we can do that. Yep. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, let's go.
All right. Yeah.
Let's meet a friend. New friend.
You meet at the dock. She's a young woman, a young African woman, looks to be from the UAN. She already has kind of a jumpsuit environment suit on, and she has like a satchel at her side. And she says "Hi, I'm Nagupta. I'm here to help you guys, get you guys where you're going, and kind of run you guys through the teleportation tech we put on your ship."
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. I understand that you guys have, signed up for some sort of package with the order.
Yep.
I've been told not to ask that many questions.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Lead the way.
Awesome. Come on board.
All right. So you lead her onto the ship. One of the things that you guys have been able to do in this time is install kind of a rudimentary, not like full scale grav crystal setup.
That's good.
So the main thoroughfares have a grav crystal setup, so you can actually take people on without giving them an armband.
That's for the best.
It's not very robust. It doesn't go everywhere in the ship, but the places you would expect to need to take visitors on the ship and not let them know about the gravitic system.
Oh, okay, good.
So you are walking down the thing. She is noting the weird interior structure, but not really mentioning anything about it. But yeah, you make it to the bridge where there's a new station has been installed in the amongst the control ring, where all of your stations are kind of rotate around. is a piece of biotech. It kind of looks like a ship's wheel, but just the thing that like attaches to the wheel. No actual wheel is attached to it. And it has sort of like an indentation for a handprint. And she says, all right, well, so yeah, this is a Mark II teleportational helm. Very cool technology. Me or any sufficiently capable teleporter can use this to transport your ship to a inputted noetic coordinate. And then she takes out a kind of like palm-sized disc and says, and this is a special order, given that you're not going to have regular access to a teleporter. It does, for the return trip, it requires a small commitment of your psi energy to maintain the power for the jump. I will put the initial psi into it, but once you're out there, you're going to want to replace it with some of your own. Out of play, it takes 4 points of psi to commit to that. It needs to have 4 points of psi in it to be able to enact the jump home.
Okay.
And she says, right, so I am to understand you guys have a preferred home coordinate, an asteroid nearby.
Yep.
Yeah, that's our
All right, okay.
safe spot.
So yeah, if you could just give me access to the destination and the return coordinates.
Yep, here they are.
All right, yeah, you guys send her a little BioWare disk that contains that sort of thing, and she attunes to it and says like, all right, well, give me a moment.
I imagine the little carrier beetle comes out to try to bring the disc over, and I just quietly push it behind her.
No.
Got it in 2 little hands, rolling it.
So she seals her environment suit and pushes her hands on the balances. All right.
Sorry.
Hold on, I need to check something real quick.
No, it's good.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Great.
I was talking to the invisible people that were here.
Oh, fine. I was going to say I missed the
Oh,
start.
don't talk to no.
Those guys.
Never acknowledge them.
All right. Transit time should be 5 minutes real, but none subjective.
Okay.
And she's like, all right, well, let me know when you guys are ready to go.
Let's rock.
Punch it.
Okay.
rip.
You feel a rush of psi energy flow from her into the device, and to you, it looks like she disappears. As she teleports the ship away while leaving herself behind.
Huh.
And you guys are out in York Cloud on the sort of specific coordinate that you found that would be kind of in a blind spot, a good distance away from the facility. And when you appear, you are all immediately aware of the presence of a Terran class aberrant. And as you're sort of orienting yourself to the transport, feeling that oily, corrupt pressure, you sort of just get your senses back in order, and you see the facility. This thing is big. This thing is like the size of 10 football stadiums in the total area. Much less mass because most of it is interlocking rings and modules and whatnot. But there is a large mass at the center that does not look like a space station. And as you're kind of examining it and putting your psionic senses, you realize, oh, that sort of scaly, uneven sphere that we're looking at is the aberrant that has sort of coiled itself around the core of the facility.
Ew.
Yes.
Ain't that a motherfucker?
Yes, it looks massive. This is
Oh.
it is bigger than the ASIYAH. is a size 5 being.
Oh,
Let's not. fuck
okay.
with
Well,
it.
maybe we should equalize the weapon systems.
Yep. I run and go slot the equalizer into the weapon systems.
Okay. Yeah. On the ship, and on your ship, you sense a proximity alarm.
I'll just go through and then I'll go just see what am I getting off the readings off my ship, which are probably quite inadequate.
I mean, yeah, you just like your ship has detected a nearby ship, using a pretty standard human human technology transponder.
Okay, so I actually get. Does it say ASIYAH on the transponder, or does it say something else?
Probably is I.
Yeah, we just say a sign.
Yeah.
You get telemetry from it, and it is the ASIYAH.
Okay. Then-
It looks like the ASIYAH, the way it looks now, looks like a very sort of like long oblong pill shape, with fins coming out of the sides of the pill.
okay.
And there's like lights and multiple decks to it. And there's like
It's not a perfectly solid piece.
no, it's not a perfectly solid piece. It has so you detect that has come into your ship's sensor range.
I'll just plug in a little bit of say to record that, and then I'm going to hit the hailing frequency on the encrypted line.
Clicky. All right, hold on. Watch this. I'm gonna fuck with the look. Oh man, I'll tell you what. It's just so good today to hear from you, man. When I saw you was out there, I was just so gosh dang worried. I'm just fucking with you. How's it going?
Good. He looks at his watch. Afternoon to you too.
I'm Asher. Hey.
Yeah, this is on the encrypted hail, so you're not getting visual. You're only getting slightly garbled audio.
The hell we are.
No, we're not.
Fix that.
Wait, yes,
Get
we.
these out of here right now.
Get your scan lines out of here. Hey.
Hello. You can call me Nate if you wish.
That's as good as it's your name, bro. It's whatever you want.
Do you want me to come rendezvous with you, or would you like me to try to clear you an area for docking?
So the aberrant seems to have coiled itself around the entire core of the station. Have you noticed it getting antsy when ships move near it?
Not currently, though I am under the impression that your ship is a little more robust than mine.
Yeah.
So let me come. I can seem to get in and out, and I haven't attracted too much
Also,
attention.
I think we can. Do we have enough space for him to?
Yeah, there's
okay.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
You
there's
can
not
just
room.
dock in the ASIYAH. We have
so
room.
as he's sort of talking to you, you can start seeing the ship is like he just pre-programs it to rendezvous with you, and probably a few minutes later he's like, yeah, I'll bring this shuttle to you, and then we can discuss more about tactics.
All right.
So yeah, you bring yourself around. Pretty easy. You can let the automated SI handle it pretty much, and yeah, you can get into their docking bay.
You
Should I check up on this guy?
I'm about
Yeah.
to say restricted
Okay.
ship access because we don't know
Yes.
anything.
do you come out to meet him?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you open
Before
the,
you dock, I do say to ship though, like Vega was saying, oh, you know the drill. Pretend to be an SI until we.
Oh, absolutely. Dumbing myself down.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
when you come down, the hatchway opens up, and it comes out just like a shuttle from Star Trek. It comes down to be the walkway, and all you see is this large biomechanical man with a rifle going, "Resistance is futile."
Oh, he's
I'm just fucking with
too.
you.
You got a Vard. Sweet.
No, it's
Dude.
He says I'm fucking with you, and he immediately his gun collapses into more of a compact, goes to his back, and the front biotech part of the armor sort of slides back and sort of undulates like a snake, like flexing, and his face is revealed. But he's still in the armor, not the uniform that you saw.
So
I
Asher
like
is
Shell's
dressed
better.
mostly like this. He's just got, I think I've probably gone back to blonde at this point.
Okay.
He probably looked like his old self since whatever, but blonde hair. He is just Aryan beauty child. It's upsetting. He's upsettingly attractive. It's one of those.
Yeah.
So go shake your hand.
Yeah, he comes over and shakes your hand as well.
And that's an 8 success Nexus surfing. Is this guy with us or against us?
Okay.
Is this guy with us for the haul? Is more what I can ask.
This is a good question.
This will be a confluence of certain things.
We need to do a power clash.
Yep.
Ooh, fancy. Is it fancy? It's probably not fancy.
Boys, you're both the prettiest.
I know.
Actually, he is. Yeah, I do have. Currently, I have the striking.
It's a Zoolander face-off situation.
But his is more of the classic, like ruggedly, like handsome military man style. Shaved, very well shaved.
A real
beard.
Biff Manjaw situation. Yeah.
At least it's not like the opening of Predator, where there's just two huge guys with their arms. Just...
I'm surprised you didn't have like a bucket of dry ice behind you when you opened the shower
I almost
door.
did. I couldn't pull it up.
Chin fight.
Yeah, I need you to roll your
Plus you can get lost in for days.
Psi plus Quantikinesis highest mode, and we'll just use that as your clash roll.
I guess Indomitable does not apply to any of the part of this. Okay. Would my upward focus generally gives me +2 enhancement when I make most power effects?
It's when your upward focuses were when you're pushing,
Yes.
which you're unless.
Okay,
You're not,
that's
you're not-
fine.
This is not a specific power,
Sure.
so you wouldn't be able to push.
That's fine. 10s or 2s, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I only got 2.
Okay. You focus the full might of your psionic senses on this guy and sort of placing him in the noetic totality. And the first thing that kind of hits you is how psionically slippery he is. He is hard to get a lock on, but you kind of move like you try and like you move the focus off of him in the present as your base point and just sort of like flow into the future, which becomes a lot easier to wrap your head around. The basic answer to your question is yes. This guy is on your side, in at least in terms of on the side of humanity, and in line with your mission that you have been given. And when it comes to things like doing fun crimes and not like that's where there may be some distance in your paths. But the main thrust: protect humanity, fight aberrants, push the future of the species forward.
Cool.
Pretty good. And I will say that this like pushes you towards being positively inclined to him.
And once I get that ICR line starting to touch, I'm not going to go that much further in the future because that's rude.
How much do I know that what he just did?
If you want to roll your subquantum sense.
That's generally active most of the time.
Yeah.
You felt a biggie if you catch it.
Since that was total of 3.
Oh yeah, you felt a big wave of clairsentience just
Okay.
like rock you in the face, like
Yeah.
rock you and then like flow around you, and like
He shakes your hand, and there's like that pause. There's like literally like that frozen moment, and then he nods in. And he's like,
Welcome aboard.
"I would in the future please ask before you do something like that."
I had to check first.
See if
I'm
there's
sure
gonna
we'll
be a
have this
future.
conversation. We're gonna have a conversation about.
Oh,
it.
I don't-
But I don't blame you. Let's just say that.
I don't look into... The situation's pretty dire, man.
I was just checking for weird sex stuff. Settle down.
That's fair. That is what I was looking for.
If that was
I'm Alex,
only
by
the
the
case,
way.
I would be. What was your name? I'm sorry.
Alex, we spoke earlier.
Pleasure. You're the Technokinetic.
Yes.
Pleasure. So I've got Alex. I've seen your face before. Where have I seen it?
Asher Golden.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my dad.
I'm originally from the United Republic. Yeah, I lost the accent a while back.
Birds of a feather.
Yes. Glad to be gone from that place, though I do miss it from time to time. And you are, ma'am.
Vega.
There you go. Pleasure. I'm going to get a quick scan of, like, are there any active psionic powers that you guys are using?
I
Okay.
have alertness up.
Okay. Fine.
Curly and I. You seem healthy.
He seems very healthy, actually. Actually, mind if I ask for a roll for her?
Sure.
Okay. Roll Curly and I basically just Vitakinetic. I have a small description to give her.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to make that roll. Yeah.
Sure.
That would be really useful because that was the next thing. It's like, is
Okay.
this guy fucked up like we are?
I'm in this group. Of course, I'm fucked up.
One more. 2 successes.
Noetically, he seems fine, though he is very. There are some weird seams in his noetic template. You don't normally see that on a fully functional normal person.
Seems like.
Surgery scars. Like
Oh.
psionic surgery scars.
Interesting. She just kind of squints at that, just like, sorry.
You're still rocking neutral, right?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
So, now that we have introduced everyone, I know there's some, I wouldn't say ambiguity about how we all met, but having a Clairsentient here, I think you understand the idea of, I was told that it would be beneficial to come to this place and I would meet people who could assist me and I could assist them.
Yep, that's what it looked like. So,
As for your question about the aberrant that is there, I have not gone into the inner rings. I have only reconned on the outer rings. There are things that I like to call wormlings. They're subaberrant mutants that are extremely undulating. That's the only word I can describe.
yeah, they did
Ew.
seem kind of like wiggly fuzzy things.
Yeah,
when I sensed them.
I think I know where the generation organ is, and I could use some help breaching it and then getting rid of it. And that may help clear some other path, but I do not know if the main body will wake up. It seems to be in some sort of hibernation currently.
I mean, it might be so.
Okay.
It might be geeked out. Like it might just be like too full.
I don't
Depending what it
have much-
latched onto.
I don't have much information of what this place was prior to my arrival. Like,
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, I just wanted to have a quick think of, like, if we just start shooting at that thing from the outside, what are the odds that we would destroy the material, whatever part of the station has the materials I'm looking for?
Give me an aim roll.
Aim, damn. Can I still use my intellect?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I assist?
Yeah, if you guys want to like have, are you guys telepathed up?
you three would probably
Yeah.
be the
Yeah.
telepathic.
We'll be in the network.
Or
real
we're,
quick.
we're
you
not.
Would, you would be able to detect that they are in a telepathic network.
Sorry. Members only right now.
Well, it's how do I say? It's not good to be in network with us
Yeah.
right now.
I can add one.
Okay,
Interesting.
there's 3 total then. Actually, unless calculations can count, in which case I'd be 5 with lightning, if lightning calculator is, or the reverse engineering.
Yeah, you can apply
Either
some
of those
that.
would give 2,
yeah.
so that's 5 total.
Yeah, you think an initial shot would be fine, especially if you had like the power, the equalizer installed in the weapons to just like kind of cut through its defense. It's a scale defense. But yeah, you definitely want to get that thing off of the core of the station before you start bombarding it and trying to like get rid of it, because that would be bad, because you could damage the facility that it's wrapped around.
I think your plan of maybe pissing it off to disengage and then hightailing it back. The ASIYAH has ways to, let's just say, punch holes in something of that scale
It seems to be, he's looking around like he's now actively taking everything in. This is a very interesting, very odd design, I'll say.
Yeah, you'll get.
Oh yeah,
we'll get into
you'll
that.
want one of these in
Unique.
case you end up further in the ship. I give you a wristband. The grav crystals aren't everywhere. That'll help you not be flattened. You see, we're all wearing them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You feel a little just like licking a battery
Oh,
briefly, and then you feel new muscle memory imprint itself on you, and like you understand that there's a series of gestures that you can use to
razor's not great,
position
sorry.
yourself using gravity as a method.
I'm going to use I'm going to push for the first level of the I think it's the materials one that lets me know what this is comprised of and everything.
Good old molecular scanning.
Yep, molecular
Might need
scans.
that back in a minute.
Oh, crap. Can, I failed, so
Yeah, it's weird.
it's weird. I haven't nailed it down.
We have the weird stuff.
So he looks at it for a second.
It's everything you think it is. It's exactly what you think it is.
Well, material science was never my expertise. But where did you? Can I ask? I don't understand. We just met.
We found
Where
it.
did you found it?
We just found it on it. We just found it in the Aradni system. While we were on a thing that went completely tits up. I think you. Wait, was that in the news? What happened in that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like the disaster of the Aradni expedition.
The Aradni disaster. We were there, and we got out on ASIYAH.
Yeah, the news was that there was like a joint Aeon FSA jump ship mission out to the Epsilon Aradni system that encountered like heavy aberrant presence.
Oh, that you made it out in one piece and with this ship. Impressive.
Well, we had to pry an aberrant out of it, but
Good.
yep, very.
All worked out.
Oh yeah, I'll go get. Hold on. I gotta go
Actually, I may be able to help you if you would allow me to. We can go up probably to the bridge. We may even get a better assessment of the facility and the aberrant.
get it. Look,
That
sure.
should be fine.
I gotta go get my my coil gun. Be right back. I go and grab. He pulls out the case which has the FSA flag just emblazoned on it, and just starts assembling his
It has
coil
like
gun.
the equivalent of the Star Spangled Banner that
Yeah,
starts
dude,
playing
it's
when you
literally
open
like the coil's coming out of an eagle's mouth. It's dumb.
Scree.
it up. Scree.
It was from my family. You get it. I don't.
I'm. Let's just say I'm coming to understand.
You don't say no to the free coil gun, okay? You just don't.
That's true.
All right, so you guys heading up to the bridge?
Yeah.
Are you guys like showing off your cool gravity band transport? Or are you just walking?
No, I'm just walking and
no.
we'll see. Let him figure it out.
We'll see if he wants.
Actually, he probably figures out pretty fucking
Yeah, no,
quickly.
like
Or you can't not.
you can't
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, you can't not, but yeah.
You go, oh, I can just fly.
Interesting.
Like you do like a gesture
Yeah,
and
it's
like
pretty sick.
you can just orient yourself.
This is a slightly different
I
role.
specifically do not warn him about the cats because I want to see him
Ah.
get
Yep.
attacked.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just because I have always prepared as an edge,
yeah.
just so you know.
We don't also.
Oh,
warn
that was a
about the
much
scare
better
beetle.
roll. Holy crap. That's 8 successes on to see if there's quantum. Like,
Absolutely, there is.
Why, yes.
It's very low level, but like
Yeah.
this has all the hallmarks of Novatech.
okay.
Of like something. It's not like it's not on the level of a quantum power, but
Right.
it required quantum power to make it.
Right. There are potentially a power or a small piece of exotic material inside, and it's radiating.
And like and you're like looking around and like, oh, the whole ship is like that.
Yeah, like I said, it's everything you think it is.
No, it's fascinating.
Oh, it's a wonder.
I'm assuming you wiped it clean.
We're cleared to have it. Aeon's well aware of it.
We cleaned it.
No, it's fine.
Who do you work for? Just out of curiosity.
Aren't we going into the bridge?
Yeah, all right. I'll get you.
We can
later.
walk and talk.
Yeah.
I'll let you have your mysteries for now, Nate.
You can pry all you want, but I don't think you're gonna like that rabbit hole.
Give me a cunning close combat roll, and you're always prepared can apply.
Yeah. Always prepared just means I don't take any penalties or
okay,
anything like
fair
that.
enough.
So, would you say cunning?
Cunning close combat.
I'm not too bad at that. Actually, because I'm going to get an enhancement from my consolidated effort.
Okay.
Those cats fucking get me.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm rolling like great or
Yeah.
You
Complete
guys
crap.
like are walking up on their favorite ambush hallway,
Everyone's looking around. Don't tell.
the cousin scaring hallway.
Everyone keep your eyes forward. Everyone keep your eyes forward. Do not look at the cats.
And simultaneously, one of them drops from the ceiling, and the other one kicks your ankles out.
Okay. There is a response. It will not be it's not to harm, but he doesn't know what's about to happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm in a strange and unusual place. So you quickly feel telekinetic power, and both those cats get grabbed, just put down.
Okay,
And
sorry.
then you feel like
You
an
know what
opposing force as like their tails twitch, and they like wrench themselves free. As you see, like they have little bands on the base of their tails.
Okay, and as a response to that, which is like this all happening within seconds, a visible field is now around him, keeping himself at bay. Thought you had everything under control.
They escape
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, they're cats.
Yeah, and
It's
you
a
see
dingus, they're little guys.
they are severals. They're hairless severals, savannah cats.
As savannah cats, but how big are they?
Like big dog.
Those are more like attack animals than.
No, not them.
Oh,
they're
no.
sweet.
They're the sweetest little guys.
That's just something we have for. We knew you weren't going to hurt him.
And it just kind of shimmers out.
Man, you are a full bag of tricks. Quantikinetic, psychokinetic, everything, huh?
You haven't detected Quantikinetic. He reads as a neutral.
Yeah, but I caught a blink of someone out here.
You did.
That was a quantikinetic. So I'm not stupid.
Okay. All right.
I say what I said. But
And he just looks at you and goes, "I am very well trained."
awesome. That's exactly who we need. Oh, I'm more than happy. I went.
Any more, just for friendship's sake? Any more surprises I need to be aware of?
So many. Don't worry.
that-
well,
Nothing else to leap out at you.
No, nothing like that. Also, I won't use the Q word while we're in public.
Please.
Yeah. I know.
Well, to be fair, that is not entirely illegal to know some of it.
But, and we do, and some of us do know some of it, but I was looking for you. Don't worry.
I'm impressed you found me.
You slipped once.
Or did I want you to see me?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh my god.
Boys, you're
No,
both
we're not
beautiful.
gonna. We're
Let's
not
go.
gonna. I
It's
wasn't
true.
trying to get there. I wasn't trying to get there yet.
It's fine.
All right. So you guys head up to the bridge.
How do you feel about beetles?
Depends on the size of the beetle.
Okay, well then you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. They're small.
He's helpful.
Very well.
You guys get up to the bridge. It's like this big round room that has like a holographic display in the center with like rotating chairs that rotate around the center. A very prominent, very biotech-looking thing at like the helm position.
That's new, isn't it? He points to the butt.
Yeah, we had to. We had to get something new installed because our friend had to take a break.
That is a trick I have not learned yet. But
I'm not great at myself. Not good enough to use that thing at least.
he just looks at it for a minute and he seems to think, and then you may want to monitor it. The two tech trees don't go well together.
We know.
Oh boy, you'll see. You'll see when you get a better look at how things work around here. We're just hodgepodging the whole thing together. We're making it work though. It's been some doing.
Yeah, the holographic display is currently engaged, and it has a full like display of the facility, and it has just starting to add like some notes to it based off the analysis. You do also see a holographic projection of what you assume to be the ship's SI, which every time you like look away from it and look back, a feature has shifted, like skin color, body size, gender. It can be a little unsettling, but it does. It's not like a sudden shift. It's like literally you look away, something about it is different.
He looks to that and looks at me. The third time that happens, he's like, "Is that a socially morphic algorithm?"
Something like that. It's wonk. It's the SI of this kind of ship. Do you think it's going to be normal?
Not likely. That is true.
I have analysis ready when you are prepared.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
And yeah, it goes over to the holographic display and starts interacting with it and says, yes, very large facility, in line with what records I do still have regarding the League. The most prominent feature, of course, is the creature being aberrant, I suppose is the term, coiled around the center facility. It is keeping its energies compact, tight. It does not seem to be very active, but it definitely does seem to have surrounded the entire facility. I do believe the equalizer will do a good job of dispatching it, although I think you may wish to shoo it away first.
Yeah, our Nate here had an idea for maybe roughing it up on the inside a little bit, and that'll maybe get it released. We'll just have to hightail it back and
Kick it in the gonads.
Or split our forces.
I don't see any means of getting into the facility that the creature has not surrounded itself by.
Were you able to get in?
I was able to punch a little bit. I'm good, but not that good to take on a turret level aberrant by myself. However, what's interesting about its size, typically aberrants that are that big, they do less well when you hit them when you internally, or when we could somehow sneak our way inside it or around when it's surrounded, we may be able to hurt it from the inside so it doesn't want to be there anymore.
yeah, I figured.
And it won't be able to defend itself as readily because it's obviously surrounding this facility for a reason, and it's not going to want to destroy it.
Well, mostly what I was wondering is, can we enter by the same way you were able to get to where the wormlings are coming from?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Okay, well then that's what we do.
Also, we may discover some more information as we go in because, as you're all well aware, aberrants have a great way of just mucking up every sort of sensor
Yeah,
and just being very hard to pin down exactly what's going on.
I couldn't even get the scale of this thing from
Say,
Oh,
on that note.
Something to note. We weren't doing about dice rolls, but you did detect as you were calling up your psychic abilities, there's a bit of pushback ever since you got on the ship. I'm going to say you've been able to overcome the complication, but there is a complication
on this ship, yes.
Yeah. It's something you've been able to overcome, but you're not exactly sure what will happen if you do not push past the interference, the disruption that you're feeling.
That would have been his first red flag when he got on the ship, because that's not normal.
I don't suppose I can use Curly and I to look at, or is it just going to be like a massive, God!
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Although,
super
actually,
good
no,
at
I don't
this.
think it's within your attunement range right now. You
we're
guys
still too far.
You are a distance
Well,
away
we can,
from...
if you want to try, we can link up and you can
Yeah,
Shirley and I from
because
here.
basically I want to see if I can squint between it, get a feel of like,
Well, see if you can find its glowy yellow spots.
yeah,
Yes.
its orifices and stuff that we might need.
Oh, so Vitakinetic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Vega is our pilot and doctor.
Oh, excellent.
Just two.
2 successes.
Yep.
How many did you roll?
It's your highest level in Psi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm short one. That's still 2 successes.
Okay, well, since you only got 2 successes...
Oh, actually, but you also remember, because you're using a base power,
You, get, like,
you
5
add
enhancement.
enhancement
Yeah.
equal to your highest level, so you would add 5 enhancement to that roll.
Oh,
So
okay.
you get 7.
Okay, well, then I've been
Yeah,
messing
cool.
those
So
up.
you're able to push past the complication and
Thank
take a
you.
look at it. It's bad. It's real bad.
It's real bad.
It's real bad to look at. It
Yep.
shouldn't be that way.
Nope, I'm going to have the worst headache ever. But
But it does seem to be incredibly robust. It's not like it's wrong that it's the way that it is, but the way that it is beyond any sort of comprehension of. Like, you're looking for weak spots. You're looking for
I'm looking
things
for
to
weak
try and
spots.
hurt
I'm
at.
looking for how to get
It has
in.
none. It has no breaches. It has an impenetrable aegis around it. In game
So-
terms, durability scale 10.
So
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't punching that
We
thing
ain't
from
going through the
outside.
butt or the mouth. Got it.
so the equalizer cannons are only shot unless we want to just...
Oh,
Well, internally, again,
Yeah.
From the outside, yes. We have to...
We have to get it to uncoil from the station.
yeah.
Which either means...
I can't tell if it's ticklish.
well, it's either...
can also
It's
just-
I have distinct feelings using this place for something. Why would it be here? Other than...
Maybe it wants the same thing we do. The materials.
There's some materials in that facility that we need.
Or if it's like a moth to a flame.
Oh yeah. Speaking of materials, be careful using any of your psi abilities while you're on the ship. There's a
I was feeling that interference.
yeah. That's what we're here to fix.
Understood.
Yep.
Oh, and he pulls out of his biosuit a small pocket, and he's got 3 here, and he hands you tiny little communicators. I know you're all used to talking to each other's minds, but to talk with me,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can't do that with you. Yeah.
also don't attempt to link with me.
Nope,
Likewise.
nope.
Likewise.
Yeah,
Well-
no linkies.
We're highly dysfunctional right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not.
I didn't sense that.
It's
Well, we're sick.
There's something wrong. There's something off.
We'll, as long as it doesn't interfere with our current mission, we can talk. I may be able to help you with that later.
That's fine. Short of it, just don't try to link with any of us. It'll be okay.
That's why I gave you the communicator, so you can speak with me.
Yeah.
If we're separated.
Okay, so we have our option of try to get it to release by giving it, well, we can either try to tickle its tummy, which that is one way to do it, and we'll see if it reacts to that, or
Shoot at it from out here
just,
and see if it
Scott.
wakes up.
Since we're spitballing here, can I roll an enigmas?
Sure, yeah.
Cool. Who wants to help me?
I'll help you.
I will definitely do a cunning's enigmas because I'm actually good at that.
I'll do intellect enigmas because I'm good at that.
and I'll look good.
And I'll be weird in the corner.
Go, little man.
Good. Goody goody good. Bro.
Go, little beetle.
I'll give you 4.
I got 4 as well. And if I would like to use my trick, if you don't mind, since this is sort of an investigative
yeah,
thing,
absolutely.
which will, instead of giving us a lead, instead of giving us a piece of evidence, it gives us an actual lead. So it gives us some, basically we more readily have something to work with.
Sure, yeah. So you do have 2 main options here. You could take a shot at it and just kind of slap it in the face real hard, and that'll certainly wake it up. You definitely think, especially if you use the equalizer, it's certainly it doesn't expect anything in the universe to be able to hurt it ever. And if you hurt it, then that'll certainly surprise it. The risk there is a violent reaction that might affect the station. But that is sort of that is like the low risk to you guys option, because then you're in a spaceship fight. You're pretty sure the other option, going through the facility. Every other sort of like access point that you've reconnoitered has been like blocked off by like it's been squeezed shut, or like it has got it on lock, except for the one that you were able to do an outside thing, like the corridor that leads from where you suspect the wormlings are coming from into the facility. That's not been totally like crushed or closed off. There's got to be some sort of interaction between its innards and that point to facilitate that the process of you're
Doing something
that provides a supply of mutants.
Okay.
But that is, of course, more direct risk to all of you because you have to go in there and deal with that situation. There's risk in both parts. The risk to the station on the one plan, and the risk to your physical bodies on the other.
As we're going through this, something you'll notice since we're talking and
it's
collaborating. For his sort of military exterior, there's definitely an intellect going on. He's asking the SI to pull up all kinds of data that's collected. He's pulling up. He then attunes tunes his own bio mini comp to the SI, and there's some data that he downloads it to the ship to start cross referencing.
That doesn't work, by the way.
Oh, it doesn't?
There's no.
And before you do that, you should don't do that if you try.
Is this not biocomp compatible?
No.
No. It's all quantum shit.
Interesting.
It's all Novatech, man.
It's true.
And also,
But you are able to kind of like
Yeah.
set up like
until further notice, just no linking.
That's fine.
like you're able to set up like a fast play. Like your SI just like talks really fast, and the other SI just processes that information.
It's just giving it like it's laser projecting
Yeah,
it
essentially.
to the SI, so it just gets all that data from there.
I mean, my thoughts on the matter. I mean, I already got the coil gun out. You know where my vote is.
I actually think it'd be better if we go in. Also, it lets us from a more social dynamic, because I believe if you've survived this long, you probably all are fairly capable. Lets us all sort of work together and learn each other's strengths and weaknesses in a stressful situation. But how's your iatrosis?
Pretty decent.
Because if we find close to its heart, you can just straight up kill it.
You can straight up kill it. I can fuck with its electrical impulses. If we
I
get
think
close
you
to
mean
its
my
heart, we can do a
algesis.
lot of stuff.
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
it.
Which one's the kill?
Algesis
Oh,
is the
sorry.
killing.
Diatrosis. Algesis.
Iatrosis is the Heelys.
I'm sorry. I thought it was Diatrosis was the hurty one.
Yeah, we're well set up to smoke aberrants. So
Yep. Yeah.
it's honestly been a while since I've shot at an aberrant. So you know,
I'm assuming you have your own weapons and armor. Does anyone need anything particular?
You got another one of those suits?
Sadly, no.
Damn.
This was tailored to me.
we got
Can
shotguns.
we get the name of your tailor?
What? Maybe, actually. Maybe. And when he sort of flexes, something I forgot to describe. His armor is not just like black, it's actually got like dark blues, lighter blues, and streaks of yellow. So there's definitely an interesting like expression of color in his suit. And as he does, the helmet sort of reflexes back onto his face. But his voice easily projects out of there with a slight tin to it.
Blue Beetle look.
More, actually, for everyone old enough to remember, Guyver. Very Guyver-esque.
Well, unless you have something better than, and I'll go pull out from behind one of the chairs my shotgun. I'm ready to go.
I've probably got another carbine if you want it.
Don't think that's actually better.
We're going to be in close quarters.
So are you guys
Yeah.
heading on back to the facility?
Yeah.
Are you taking the Starlight, or you're gonna take your ship?
Let's take the star. Oh yeah.
It's whatever you wish.
Whichever one's faster.
They're both pretty comparable.
In that case, which one has the higher armor?
Yeah, his probably.
All right, we'll take yours.
Mine doesn't look like a POS.
Ours.
Hey, ours looks nicer now.
It's true.
Ours needs to. We need to survive being slapped one time.
But yeah, if
Okay.
you don't mind, let's take yours.
That's perfectly
All right,
fine.
so you guys load up onto his ship. Once again, it's a pretty easy transfer. As you get closer to it, kind of the nerves
Yeah, he's-
hackle up as you feel like the ready, steady, increasing pressure as the proximity, the aberrant increases.
Yeah.
You guys dock back up to the facility, the same dock that you've been using, and get ready to explore the shipyard of the Daedalus League, which is where we're going to end this episode of Trinity Continuum Aeon ASIYAH. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to support the show and the channel, you can go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios and become a patron. You can get access to our Discord, chat with me, chat with them, chat with everybody, and get early access to casting calls if you want to role play with us. Please check out the show notes to make sure that you're up to date with what all of us are doing out here in the real world. And we will see you next time for a goddamn bug hunt.
We're going shooting. Woo!